What's going on, everyone? So reports have recently came out that the Los Angeles Lakers actually were hoping that Andrew Nembhard actually would have fallen to the Lakers at 35. He was drafted 31 by Indiana, but the hope was that he would have fallen and they were going to take him instead of Max Christie. Now, obviously, I'd love to have Andrew Nembhard. Even to this day, I'd love if we could go trade for him, which, keep an eye out. Maybe. You never know. If Indiana's not very good this upcoming season, maybe they kind of look to retool and make some adjustments and some changes going into next season, kind of revamp that roster. So keep an eye out. But Nembhard, 25 years old. He'll be 26 in January, so basically midway through the season. And coming off of a really good year, slot in nicely. He can defend, shoot the ball, right? I mean, he's kind of the ideal type of guard you want slotted in alongside of Luka Doncic. He can make plays. He can hit the open shot, create a little bit for himself, create a little bit for others, but be that point of attack, defensive, versatile guy. He's also got some good size at like 6'4", right? So Nembhard would be fantastic. I would have loved it the Lakers ended up drafting him. I loved Max Christie. I mean, I talked about to this day that Lakers should have kept Max Christie in the Luka Doncic. I would have rather traded Austin Reeves and kept Max Christie, which, again, trading Austin Reeves, I know a lot of people never want that because that's their GOAT, but in reality, it would have made sense and you could have justified it because you got Luka Doncic, right? It's like there wouldn't have been no arguments like, oh my God, I can't believe you gave up Reeves too. You could have given up, Austin Reeves, Anthony Davis, Max Christie, all your first, all your pick swaps, you could have sold the farm and it still would have been justified, right? So to think because you traded, but Max Christie is exactly what you need slotted alongside Luka Doncic, that 3-and-D style guard that can defend 1 through 3 for you. Max Christie could have been that guy for the Lakers. Same thing with Andrew Nembhard, could be that guy for the Lakers. But here's the thing. If the Lakers, let's say the Lakers drafted Nembhard instead of Max Christie, there's a couple things. The obvious one is that he probably would be a Dallas Maverick right now, not a Los Angeles Laker, right? Because just like Max Christie was traded, right? You probably would have seen Andrew Nembhard traded, right? Because that was the whole point. They wanted a defense. They wanted defense. That's why they wanted Max Christie. It's why they wanted Anthony Davis. They also wanted Austin Reeves, but Rob Pelinka was like, "No, we're not giving you up Austin Reeves too," which, good for him, but now you're kind of in the spot where it's like, what do you do with Austin Reeves? Where you could have traded that, justified it, maybe kept Max Christie. Just stop. But nonetheless, right, Andrew Nembhard probably is a Dallas Maverick right now, right? And you don't have him. So I do feel like the report and news is a little redundant. It's like, okay, cool, we could have had Nembhard instead of Max Christie. Maybe if Nembhard would have been, better than Max Christie, then maybe the Lakers would have been more willing to keep no, we can't trade Nembhard, or maybe they would have been more willing to give up Austin Reeves because Nembhard can actually make plays. And like I said, he's 6'4", 6'5". It depends on where you look. He's listed as 6'4". Other places have him listed as 6'5", but he's basically 6'5", right? Saw it in, play the role, right? So maybe the Lakers, if you had Nembhard and if he was kind of the guy that he was in Indiana, maybe you see the Lakers go hey, no, we want to keep Nembhard. You can have Austin Reeves type thing. Okay, cool. And you have Luka Nembhard. I actually would have liked that better. But nonetheless, would Nembhard actually have became the Andrew Nembhard we saw with Indiana so far? Because you got to keep in mind, Max Christie didn't get the opportunity under Darvin Ham. He didn't. And that was one of the big things. That's part of supposedly, based on the reports, was part of the reason that Darvin Ham was fired, right? Among other things, but part of the reason, there was little reports that the fact that he wouldn't play guys like Max Christie and help develop those guys and whatnot, and then you see JJ Redick play Max Christie, and all of a sudden it's like, dude, where's this guy been? He's been there the whole time. It's just Darvin Ham never played him. Darvin Ham didn't want to play him. Darvin Ham didn't trust him, right? It also, the Lakers were terrible, right? And so I'm sure there was part of Darvin Ham, I don't think Max Christie's going to save the day, and we're, 2-10. So how much can I really play him? Where, Lakers were actually good last year. They're winning games. You can plug in Max Christie, but maybe Max Christie is the difference maker because he can defend and hit threes and do all that stuff. He's really good for the Lakers. And then you saw him in Dallas get an even bigger role in Dallas, and he was even better for Dallas. It was like, man, where's that been? So that's something that I think a lot of people need to keep in mind as well, is you're only as good as the opportunities you're given. You're only as good as the role in minutes and shot attempts and whatnot, right? So we get Andrew Nembhard, that would be great, don't get me wrong, but his rookie season, Andrew Nembhard averaged 9.5 points, 3 rebounds, 4.5 assists, a steal, and half a block. Right? He was also old. He's 23 years old, so he was an older player. But he also played 75 games and played 27.6 minutes per game. Is he playing 27.6 minutes per game for the Lakers his rookie season when Max Christie didn't even see the basketball court? Seriously, like probably not. Even if he's playing, like half those minutes, like let's say 13 minutes, he's probably not giving you the stat line that he's giving you. I mean, the guy has basically been a lock since his rookie season of 9 points, 4 plus assists, and basically 3 rebounds, right? You look at his rookie season, 9.5 points, 4.5 assists, 2.7 rebounds, a steal, half a block, 9.2 points, 4.1 rebounds, a steal, half a block, 2.1 rebounds. I don't know if I said that. 10 points, half a block, 1.5 steals, 5 assists, and 3.3 rebounds. Right? While also shooting 35% from three-point range, 35.7% from three-point range, and then last year he actually only shot 29.1% from three-point range. But he also shot in the playoffs. Here's the thing. He was a big playoff raiser, right? He's averaging the 2 seasons in the playoffs that he played, 2023, 2024, 2024, 2025. He's shooting on 3.7 attempts average, 47.3%. Right? Like his point total went up from 9 points to 15 points and then 10 points to 13 points, still maintaining the assists and everything. So he's actually better in the playoffs than he is during the regular season. So he's a guy that would have been and given you that uptick and upside and whatnot and just been a better player. To this day, I would gladly go trade for Nembhard. Right? Imagine having Nembhard and Luka Doncic slotted into your backcourt for the next 6+ years. Right? Like that'd be fantastic. And he fits the timeline and the age and all those things. If you could make it happen, I'd absolutely love to see it happen. But I just think realistically, right? You're probably not going to trade for him. And if you had of drafted him, one, does he actually become the guy that, he becomes? Maybe because he's older, right? Maybe the games that he does play, maybe he stands out a little more, maybe in training camp, stuff like that, or practices and stuff, he stands out a little more. And, maybe you see, whatever, Darvin Ham play him a little more. But if we're going off of kind of what we saw with Max Christie and assuming that that's probably similar to what he does from Nembhard, probably doesn't even get the opportunities, and the Lakers are probably trading him, and he's a Dallas Maverick right now. So I just think either way, I don't like the idea is fun, right? It's a fun topic of like, oh, what could have been, what might have happened. But, if the Lakers kind of situation would have continued or would have been the same, then I think you would have been in the same boat where, Nembhard would have been traded and probably wouldn't have gotten the minutes, opportunity, and role. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. I pass the question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. So we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one.